Hi, this is Leanna. This week we are looking at different sorting algorithms. So this program is using a test of two identical arrays, and we're performing two different sort algorithms, the selection sort and bubble sort algorithm on each array, which are identical. And these arrays each contain 20 numbers like so. So some are a little bit out of order. And then we basically just call those sorting algorithms on each of our identical arrays, and we return the number of exchanges that had to be made between numbers to sort. So here is our selection sort algorithm. Both algorithms take the integer, an array of integers as an input, as well as the size of the array. The bubble sort is the same input parameters. Now as for the body of the selection sort algorithm, we are, to briefly summarize, this code is looking at the entirety of the array and finding the smallest element. So once the smallest element has been found within the entirety of the array, it's moved all the way to the first position of the array, all the way to the left, you could say. And once that happens, then a scan, it's a moving scan, so the scan of the array is subtracted. So like the search area gets smaller and smaller because you're moving the minimum element all the way to the first position. As for the bubble sort algorithm, the bubble sort algorithm is maybe a little less inefficient with bigger arrays, because we are comparing elements side by side, and if they're bigger or smaller, here we're doing ascending order. So we're testing to see if the left element is greater than the right element, and if it is greater, then we are putting the bigger element on the right, so we're swapping them. So this continues for each element from left to right of the array, and even once all of that happens for one pass of the array, the elements could still be out of order, so then you have to go through the sorted array again to make sure that all the elements are truly in ascending order. So it's kind of a lot of repeats. It's yeah, it's not like the selection sort algorithm where you're taking away elements from the search area. So both functions are returning the number of exchanges. So based on our example here, we'll just run it. And it looks like the selection sort algorithm was a bit more efficient than the bubble sort. But we could just change this up and see how this compares. Okay, so now that I removed the 10 from the first element of the array, the number of exchanges that the algorithms produced was actually the same. So I think it has just something to do with the deviation of the element values in the beginning of the array. So perhaps the higher the amount of deviation on the left side of the array, then the more efficient it'll be to use the selection sort algorithm. Just a guess. Alrighty, well, the most challenging part was just understanding these algorithms, of course, because, you know, all of these vocabulary words and arrays are new to me. Usually I'm used to working with lists, and then, just kind of visualizing a moving scan, a moving search area could be a little tricky too. Yeah. Well, this was fun. Thank you for watching.